Although they are still a rare breed, women who rise to the top of the underworld do occasionally succeed in shattering the glass ceiling. One of them is the drug lord Naima Jalal, a Dutch Moroccan woman who has been called the godmother of cocaine by the media. Naima Jalal disappeared without a trace just as investigators started learning about her important position. The Dutch police were not completely unfamiliar with Jalal. Naima Jalal was initially detained in 2005 and accused of uttering threats. Jalal was born and reared in the Dutch city of Utrecht. She was arrested in the years that followed for fraud, marijuana cultivation, and violence. Jalal admitted to authorities that she had borrowed money from numerous people and that she was deeply in debt. A simple woman who was struggling to survive. Naima Jalal then started to appear in many significant drug trafficking conspiracies, starting in 2014. In containers containing fruit, tons of cocaine were being transported via the ports of Belgium and the Netherlands. Many of these profitable shipments turned out to be arranged by Jalal. Naima Jalal was able to do this because she was well connected and knew the appropriate people to talk to at the right places. From the street-level drug traffickers to the drug lords funding the shipments, the drug lords in Costa Rica and Ecuador providing the items, the dishonest customs officers who were able to permit shipments to pass, to the individuals transporting the commodities to their destination. The drug trade is a multifaceted industry. Jalal was the spider in the web, and by serving as a go-between for these contacts, Jalal gained influence and dominance. Naima Jalal was referred to as Auntie by her subordinates and coworkers because she was significantly older than many of the people she interacted with on the job. Jalal appreciated the wealth that came with her employment and worked out of the seaside town of Portobans in Marbella in Spain, where she resided in an opulent apartment. Naima Jalal had a child who she frequently took on lavish shopping excursions in Spain and the Netherlands, where they would shell out tens of thousands of euros on whatever they desired. She even purchased her son an apartment in Amsterdam, Netherlands' pricey sweetest neighborhood. Then on May 30, 2016, things started to go wrong. An alleged drug lord texted Jalal using an encrypted phone saying, "Those containers are going to be examined. Dear Aunt, we are screwed. We cannot access them. Auntie, this is about a lot of money and lengthy prison terms. Now, everything is messed up." One of these crates contained 4,000 kilograms of cocaine that was concealed among a shipment of Costa Rican pineapples. Customs at the port of Rotterdam got a tip for some reason, and they had plans to scan these containers to see what was inside. They discovered the load when they did. Jalal responded to the frightened drug lord by SMS, saying, "We need to do some damage control." The drug lord replied, "Agreed, we'll just release a new story." Evidently, the new story was successful. Jalal kept bringing in deliveries, but nothing was going well. Later, Jalal is mentioned in stories where she is charged with robbing drug lords. Naima Jalal made an offer to the gangsters to purchase a shipment's share. This allowed drug lords to distribute the risk in the event that a cargo was discovered. However, Jalal allegedly brought in more customers than were required. She would then turn over the load to the police and keep the money. These kinds of rumors, whether they are genuine or not, are a sign that her position in the underworld was under a lot of pressure. Then Jalal had a stomach reduction in October 2019. Rumor has it that she did so because she was tired of people calling her fat. Although Jalal needed time to recover, business calls constantly. Naima Jalal took a trip from Spain to the Netherlands that same month for unclear reasons. She was picked up by a car outside her opulent Amsterdam apartment on the evening of October 20. It was the last time anyone had seen or heard from her. Since she vanished, there have been numerous rumors. Naima Jalal was being watched by numerous criminal organizations, not to protect her from harm. Some claimed Jalal was operating as a police informant, while others claimed she was playing two roles for different criminal organizations. Fraud stories were also making the rounds in the criminal underworld of the Netherlands. According to reports, Naima Jalal engaged investors in cocaine trafficking before defrauding them. In the end, much more money was raised than kilograms of cocaine were placed in a container. Naima Jalal had plenty of adversaries. During the time she was missing, she would have been actively sought after by at least 2 drug gangs. There were reasonable justifications for any mobster to order Jalal murder. When the police issue a report claiming that horrific images of a dead Jalal are circulating in the underworld, this result becomes more possible. These images purport to reveal Jalal dismembered, lifeless corpse. Some suspects came forward to the police soon after her disappearance. However, they were later let go following questioning. Photos of the slain Jalal are reportedly making the rounds in the community, according to the Dutch police. Images of amputated limbs would be horrifying. The investigation into the whereabouts of Naima Jalal Baljoos was abruptly advanced last month by the Dutch police. Officially known as Joos L. Baljoos is on the run. The Dutch police don't give any information regarding how Baljoos is connected to Jalal's disappearance. Baljoos was previously mentioned in the narcotics investigation involving the seizure of 4.2 tons of cocaine in April 2020 in Antwerp. Then 14 Dutch individuals were apprehended by drug detectives from the Federal Judicial Police of Antwerp while they were packing 2 containers of frozen squid with a substantial amount of cocaine. The same Bremerstraat warehouse where Naima Jalal's body was sought out the previous day was where the unloading occurred. The 14 Dutchmen are still being held in Antwerp's prison. They almost all rely on their right to silence. Due to a procedural problem, their trial was delayed 2 weeks ago. The 14 Dutchmen would have worked for Baljoos, it was known even then. Baljoos was also recently mentioned in the murder case involving businessman Stefan B. via way of Brasshot. At September 2017, a 55-year-old businessman who owned a container company at the Antwerp port was fatally shot while in a parked automobile in Spijkenisse, Netherlands. For that murder, 3 members of the Dutch motorcycle gang Kalawago are currently in prison. One of them would be associated with Baljoos closely. The claims made against Guy Wesky's client Jossel in the Netherlands have all been refuted. The 4.2 tons of cocaine that were imported into Antwerp, as well as the killings of Naima Jalal and Stefan Bogaerts, are not connected to Baljoos. Lawyer Guy Wesky claims that the police are solely looking for his client as a witness in the case of the missing Naima Jalal. Taki's attorney, Ines Wesky, told Het Parool that the prosecution had no evidence to connect the phone or the graphic photographs to Taki, a Moroccan-Dutch national who was the most wanted man in the Netherlands prior to his capture. It cannot be claimed that this phone can be connected to my client, the woman said. As a result, the origin and link are not fixed. The media has already reported that such images were circulating. Furthermore, none of this is related to the purported facts. That information has been revealed in this manner is quite impressive. The protracted Marengo Trial, whose name was generated by a computer at random, has exposed the astonishing scope and severity of the violence surrounding the drug gangs operating in the Netherlands. It has also been distinguished by the assassinations of individuals connected to Nabil B., a former gang member turned informant who is the prosecution's star witness. In 2018, the witness's brother was shot dead. Last year, a separate trial for 3 persons accused of killing the witness's former attorney Dirk Weersum began. Journalist Peter R. de Vries, a former spokesperson for Nabil B., was assassinated in 2021 while walking around Amsterdam. Taki was allegedly referred to by the police commissioner of Dubai as one of the world's most dangerous and wanted men when he was apprehended there in 2019. Jalal, 54 years old at the time of her disappearance, was referred to as Tante Jalal, or the godmother of the Coke, in the criminal underground. Her relatives reported that Jalal had not been seen or heard from the time she was last seen getting into a car near her home on Gustav Mahlerlaan in Amsterdam at around 9:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 20, 2019. Prosecutors in the prosecution against drug lord Ridwan Taghi revealed evidence on April 25, 2022, that they say was obtained from Taghi's encrypted cell phone. One image of a chained naked woman in a chair serves as the only supporting documentation. An amputated toe and thumb were found on her belly. The woman is shown in a second image lying on her stomach on the ground. The images were captured on the night of Jalal's disappearance, according to the metadata. Although it has not been confirmed with certainty, prosecutors believe the woman is Jalal. That's a wrap on the story of the Dutch godmother of cocaine and how she disappeared. Leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Turn the notification bell on for more videos like this too. Thank you for watching.